Hi, my name is Tusita. Welcome to the photosynthesis part 2. So in early video, the photosynthesis 1, you have learned what is photosynthesis and which organisms are performing the photosynthesis. In this video, we're going to see in plants what are the adaptation and how they structurally evolve to do photosynthesis. So plants are the producers and they provide food for all other organisms. So plant is the number one organism among the protoctist cyanobacteria. Still they are the first and most important species, the organisms doing the photosynthesis. Now photosynthesis basically take place in the plant leaves. This is the plant leaf, and inside the plant leaf we have seen the structure like this. They have cells like this, and they have cells like this, and the cells like this. Then this is end up like this. Okay. This is a cross section of the plant leaf, and this upper layer is called upper epidermis. And that's a palisade mesophyll cell. That's a spongy mesophyll cell. This is a lower epidermis. And I can show you here, these cells are called guard cells, and that's a stomata. That's a guard cell. Okay, that's a cross section of the plant leaves. And I can show you now where is the unit which is important to do the photosynthesis can be found in the plant leaves. Here we have a small organelles like this inside. These are called chloroplast. A little bit we can find here, and these cells are a lot of chloroplast, and here little, and the guard cell we have chloroplast, and maybe rarely in upper epidermis. So the structure most important for photosynthesis, the chloroplast are located in the many places of the leaf cells. Here we can see number 1, number 2 and number 3, the guard cells, and rarely number 4, upper epidermis. That's a distribution of the chloroplast in the plant leaves. So now let's going to see what is the structure of the chloroplast. Okay, here you can see the structure of the plant leaf, upper epidermis, which is on the top is the cuticle wax layer, and these are the palisade mesophyll cells, and these are the spongy cells, and here the guard cells and the stoma. So I am going to draw the structure of the chloroplast. and they are double membrane, so they have to draw, we have to draw double layers. We have two membranes, and inside we have this structure called thylakoid. And thylakoid are connected with middle lamellae, and they have a ribosome here and circular DNA and starch grain or starch granules. That's a thylakoid. There are discs sitting like a column. That's the outer membrane, IM inner membrane, OM outer membrane, ribosome, and this ribosome is 70S, 70 Swedberg. These are the, go like this. That's a circular DNA and starch grain, and the middle is called stroma. So basically the structure of the chloroplast is like this. They have two membranes, and the middle is called stroma. Stroma is full of the thylakoid columns like this, and we call these columns grana. So the ribosomes are there, which is 70S, and also circular DNA. So this is again explaining, like in mitochondria, these structures were existing very ancient time separately. Chloroplasts were existing separately, but later on chloroplast came into a large cell and they become a part of the cell, become an important organelle. That's called endosymbiotic relationship. Right. So now when you take the thylakoid, I'm going to draw a large structure of thylakoid, this, and if I cut it in the middle, you can see like this. And the membrane here, we have important things, pigments. That's the pigments. That's the thylakoid. So this is the structure of the chloroplast. Okay, that's again the structure of the chloroplast, outer layer, outer membrane, inner membrane, and these are the thylakoid organized into columns, which is linked by the middle lamellae. So now we're going to talk about next these pigments. That's very important, the pigments. Now pigments in the chloroplast. So two types of pigments, primary pigments, and the other one is secondary pigment. The primary pigments, it's chlorophyll, and secondary pigments, they are carotenoids, carotenoids, phycobiliproteins, and xanthophyll-like proteins. Xanthophyll like this. Carotenoid, protein xanthophyll. And chlorophyll, we have A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D, chlorophyll E. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 types of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll A is present in all photosynthetic organisms except bacteria. All except cyanobacteria. Chlorophyll B in plants and green algae. Chlorophyll C, D, E, they are in algae. So chlorophyll A, B, C, D, E, chlorophyll A all except cyanobacteria, chlorophyll B, plants and algae, C, D, E in algae. So primary pigments, these are the chlorophyll basically. Secondary pigment, there are various types of pigments like chlorocarotenoid, phycobilproteins and xanthophyll like structured pigment. So these are the pigments which present in the thylakoid membrane. So like this, here, this area, they are organized. So pigments together with proteins make a very special structure, and that is called photosystem, abbreviation PS, photosystem. So let's going to see in next video what is photosystem and how it works.